What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here to bring you guys some stocks to watch this week. So in this video, we're gonna look into some charts, analyze, dive into some charts, look at some calls, puts, options, potential plays for companies that are announcing earnings. Also, we're gonna look at some stocks just to watch this week, maybe some stocks that we've already traded in the past week, like AMD, Nvidia, Affirm, those kind of stocks. But we're just going to dive into some charts, break down what I could be looking at, what could likely be called out in the group, that sort of stuff. And of course, if you guys are not in the group, then feel free to join the Discord. The link is in the description below. We've been growing recently, so that's a good sign. But I want to highlight this: 2 weeks left of the year. We're kind of winding down now. It looks like the expected Santa rally is not actually going to happen, so please be aware of that. It looks like COVID cases are on the rise. Omicron variant is doing its thing and hurting a lot of the economies, so beware of that. The usual thing to watch out for is when Powell is speaking, when Biden speaks, when there's FOMC meetings. All this stuff is what you want to watch out for this week. And lastly, another thing to watch out for as the year ends is those tax sell-offs. So what I mean by that is people selling off stocks for tax purposes. Whether you're new to the market, you're experienced in the market, it's going to affect you somehow. So make sure you guys are just wary of that. So let's dive into my laptop. Let's have a look at a few different stocks to watch this week. Again, the full watch list is going to be in the Discord itself, and I'm going to be in there each and every day interacting with you guys, so make sure you guys check that out. But let's go ahead, dive into my laptop and look at some plays for this week. So here I am on ChatterQuant. You guys know I've been using this platform a lot recently. You can check chatter on stocks, you can check options flows, earnings, fundamentals, charts, a lot of different things. But to start off with, let's just have a look at the earnings plays for this week. There are about 4 or 5 different stocks that I'm interested in that are announcing earnings. We'll start with Monday, tomorrow. So obviously we're going to go with CCL, Nike and Micron. Now, I'm probably not going to touch CCL, but Nike and Micron might be plays for calls or puts depending on where they are during the day. Now, what I want to highlight is with earnings now, I'm not planning to hold overnight because we did that last week with FedEx a few days ago and it just was disastrous. I'm not usually an earnings trader, but that's why I want to highlight, if you're going to trade these, it's going to probably have to be a day trade. BlackBerry is another one that announced earnings. That's Tuesday after close. I'm pretty intrigued to see how that does, just for the stock itself, because we know it's a meme stock. And then Wednesday we have CarMax, ticker symbol KMX, before open. So that should be interesting to see how CarMax acts on Tuesday. But that's my 5 earnings plays for this week. The rest of the week, there's not really anything that interests me. Now, let's go over to the charts and look at Moderna, because that's what I want to start off with. As you guys know, COVID is on the rise, lockdowns are on the rise, and back in full effect. Omicron variant is out and definitely alive. Now, I want to start off with Moderna because it is sitting at a very nice level, because the level it's at right now is close to breaking out. And if we look at the 4-hour chart, check this out. See how this level at 294 is a previous support and also resistance. If it breaks above here, call options are on for a gap up, well, towards 315 for a mini gap up, and then eventually 370. This could be a great play if we time it right, and of course, if it actually does break out. It could hit this spot of resistance and fall back down, but Moderna above 295, I'd say. I will look at the call options for it. This could be a great swing, and maybe even one of those that you just swing back to back to back the next couple weeks. Last month in November, it was just around 370, so that wasn't that long ago, so it could easily get back there soon enough. Next, what stock would I like to look at? Well, I mentioned AMD, Nike and Affirm, didn't I? So let's go with AMD. So AMD, a stock which we love trading in our group and a stock which has been on the rise over the past few months. It's sold off in the last 12 days or so. And what am I looking at for AMD? Well, let's have a look. For our chart, also don't forget to use the MACD and the RSI. So, okay, the MACD just crossed over, and that looks like it should be bullish soon. So I should be getting ready to look at call options for AMD, but I want to see confirmation that it starts uptrending. If we zoom in, a few red candles, 3 of the past 4 red candles. I'm not seeing anything which gives a clear indication of what's going to happen, but using the MACD, looks like this could be getting ready to go bullish again. Last time the MACD crossed over like this was right here, and it was bullish from around 120 all the way up to highs of
150. So here at 137, as the MACD just crossed over, we could be looking good for calls. Of course, you want to see a confirmation of uptrend first, and then maybe see it get to around 146, and then next up to 164 eventually. But it might also hit this level of 152 and drop down. So what to look out for AMD? Look at it start moving, and once it does start moving, you might be able to scalp it with a day trade. I'd say 145 calls, and if you're lucky, it would get past 145, 146, and start moving up towards probably the $152 level again. Next up, let's go with a firm because we tapped the firm twice last week, and we could be looking at it again this week. It's probably high on my radar this week, unlike stocks like Lucid, which I don't want to see, don't want to hear of. Obviously, past month and a half, a very bearish pattern for a firm. Now look at this. It sells off, rises a little bit again, sells off, rises a little bit again, sells off, rises a little bit again. It's sold off, and now it's at the point where it could be ready to rise again slightly, very slightly, I'd say to around the 103, 104 level, and then sell off again. But as you can see, it's kind of been in free fall. This is a stock which was what, 80, $90 back in August, and well, even lower, around $60 back in August. It ran up very quickly, and just since then it's been selling off, but again rising again. So I might look to try and get this one both ways with the calls and the puts. See if I can get the calls going up to around 102, 103, and then catch the sell-offs. This is one that I'm going to have to alert in the group, but you guys know there's a possibility to make money both ways with the stock as we did this past week. So keep a firm on your radar. Next, we're going to go with Zoom. Ticket symbol. Nope, that's not the one. Here we are. Zoom. Why am I looking at this? COVID times. COVID times are getting worse. We're going back to lockdowns. We're going back to online teaching, online learning. We're going back to the web cams, the Microsoft Teams meetings, all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking at call options for Zoom. We have such a big gap up to play to 271, and then even more up to what, the 300s, high 300s, $400 level. I think Zoom could be a big hit. With all this happening with COVID, I think Zoom could be a big hit. But it's not about what I think. We have to have an actual plan behind it. So what are we looking at here? Well, it looks like from the MACD, Zoom is slightly overbought right now. So be patient with this one. COVID is taking the news again. So at the same time, it might not even matter what the MACD is showing. Because look here, MACD ran up to highs of 71 before. Now it's around 50, just above neutral. I think we could be okay. Now, I do think that Zoom has a lot of potential, but I also don't want you guys to get caught unaware. There could be a point of resistance very soon. Right now, it looks like it's on the uptrend, but who knows? What you want to see is a confirmation that Zoom starts moving, probably Monday, Tuesday, and I mean, I personally would like to trade this one. This is probably on my, top few stocks to watch this week. I think it's pretty safe when it comes to calls if you give yourself enough time. But at the same time, it could still sell off, couldn't it? To around 174 again, 175 again. That's where the kind of sub-level support is. So maybe just kind of be patient with this one and let it start running up. And then if you can catch that rally, do catch that rally with Zoom. Next up, let's go with Nike. Nike that reports earnings tomorrow. So Nike looks like it sold off last 2 or 3 weeks. In fact, the overall pattern from the past 5, 6 weeks is bearish. That being said, Nike reports earnings tomorrow. What could happen here? Let's zoom in a little bit. So it's approaching a previous level of support right here, 156. Could Nike sell off to around 156 level? I would not be surprised. At the same time, it can start uptrending tomorrow because earnings are going to be announced after hours. Nike have been doing a lot of new stuff. As you guys see with the metaverse, Nike overall is an innovative company. Last earnings, they actually sold off heavily, but I don't expect the same kind of reaction this earnings. And if it does happen, then I could definitely load up on call options and also long-term holds. All I would say for this one is just watch it at this level here. See if it consolidates around 162. If it can start uptrending, we get some green candles tomorrow. I would look at calls. I'm extremely interested to see how this one reacts tomorrow in the run-up to earnings after hours. I expect it to pump at least some point in the day. Could you get a quick scalp during that time? I'd say so. On the other hand, it could just sell off until earnings and then rise up. And of course, it can just sell off until earnings, rise up or run up the other way and then sell off. It could do anything. But I just want to keep Nike on your radar, because if you want to try Lotto, you might try it, play with this with a spread, or I don't know, you could try a few different things. Now let's check out Snow. This one is a stock that I've been very interested in the past couple of days, but I've not actually played. So look at Snow. Let's zoom in a little bit. Kind of a weird pattern, right? Sells off, rises up, sells off, rises up, sells off. I'm expecting to rise up again, and this time, let's see, from these levels, somewhere around 360 first, maybe even around here, 350 first, then 360 and upwards. I think it's starting to uptrend again after it sold off to a level of support around 309. I would definitely keep this on your radar for call options. If you see it start running, look at the 345 call options just to be safe. I don't think you guys can really hold this one for too long, because it seems like it's a little bit sporadic, a little bit of an erratic stock. But I definitely wanted to put it out there for you guys, and so you guys have it on your radar. Next up, we're going to go with Netflix. Netflix, a stock I'm highly a fan of, but recently it has been very bearish, very, very bearish. So what am I looking at for Netflix? I'm definitely looking at puts on it. I think this was the level of support right here before. Let me draw a line. In fact, I should have been drawing a line all this time for you guys. Let me draw a line for you guys right here. It's just broke this level of support, and it could be on a downtrend to maybe around 568. So the price right now is 585. It broke the 594 level of support. If I got the EMA lines out, which in fact we could probably do here, let's get some moving averages out. Get some moving averages on here. So it's trending below both of these MA lines I have. Gonna add another one. So I'm gonna put the 21-day EMA out here for you guys. The 9-day, and then go with the 50 SMA. Okay, so it's trending below all three. Yeah, this is definitely on for puts, and it's broken support. Yeah, what puts though? I do think this could run down and sell off to around 565. I say 580 puts, or say 575 puts are looking good. But as it trends below both all of these MA lines, and it's on the downtrend overall bearish pattern, I'll definitely look at Netflix for puts. Now the rest of the stocks like Apple or Tesla or any of the other stocks you guys know about, I'll probably talk about in the Discord, so you guys will have to join that. But that is pretty much the charts I wanted to show you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed that.
So as always, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Make sure you guys drop a thumbs up if you would like to show support. Also make sure you guys comment, let me know your thoughts on the video. Let me know your thoughts on some of the stocks I've mentioned in today's video. Add to that, make sure you guys share these videos with your friends. It helps them get out to more people. It helps more people understand what to look for. It helps spread the love and spread the education. So please do share these videos. And lastly, but not least, if you're new around here and you're not yet subscribed, hit the red button below. I see a lot of watchers who are not subscribers, and there's no reason for you to be there. Don't lurk, don't be watching from the sides. Just hit the red button, the beautiful subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you guys know when I'm uploading a video. And overall, make sure you guys have a great week. Again, be careful with your profits, be careful with the money you're putting in, use your risk management properly, and don't chase trades. So just as I end, I'd like to say, check out the stock option starter pack. You guys know about that video by now. 3 sections, 10 different videos, you have them for life. Also, if you're not in Discord, once more, the link is in the description below. I'd just like to say, everybody who supported this year, I'm grateful for you guys. As you go into the Christmas period, make sure you guys also have a great Christmas. It's not only about stocks, it's also about spending time with your family, enjoying. I know Christmas is at the weekend, but still, as you get closer to Christmas Day, in the Christmas period, festive period, have fun, enjoy, and make the most of it. That's it from me. Thanks a lot for watching. I go into making, you go into making. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.